Do you want to describe people's appearance with confidence? Are you tired of using the same basic words like short, tall, thin, or fat? If so, you've come to the right place. In this lesson, we'll practice describing physical appearances together. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to explain what someone looks like with a rich vocabulary. To help you master this skill, we'll use a special method called question and answer practice. This technique will help you learn vocabulary deeply. Instead of listening passively, you need to think and form your own sentences. This kind of active learning is really effective. It might be a bit challenging at first, but with some practice, you'll be speaking more fluently and confidently. The results will amaze you. So, if you're ready, let's get started. We'll start our practice with this person, Paul. Paul is a man with a slim build. That means he's a bit thinner than the average person. He has black hair with a receding hairline, which means his hair is thinning at the front of his head. He's wearing glasses, also called eyeglasses, and he has a mustache, the hair above his upper lip. To help you practice these descriptive words, I'll start asking questions about Paul's appearance. Please answer each question with a full sentence. Don't worry about making mistakes. I'll provide the correct answer after each question. All right, let's begin our practice. Is Paul thinner than the average person? Yes, he's thinner than the average person. What kind of build does he have? Does he have an average build? No, he doesn't have an average build. What kind of build does he have? He has a slim build. He's thinner than average. Take a look at his hairline. Does he have a full hairline? No, he doesn't have a full hairline. Is his hairline receding? Yes, his hairline is receding. Recede means to move back, like when the hairline moves up the forehead. Is he losing his hair? Yes, he's losing his hair. We know that because he has a receding hairline. Look at his face. What is he wearing? He's wearing glasses. What's another word for glasses? Another word for glasses is eyeglasses. What kind of facial hair does he have? Does he have a beard? No, he doesn't have a beard. What kind of facial hair does he have? He has a mustache. Good job! You're doing really well. Now, let's make things a bit more challenging. We're going to add 2 more people to the mix, Sean and Tommy. First, let's take a look at Sean. As you can see, Sean is a man with a medium build. That means his body is average, not thin and not heavy. He has a clean-shaven face, which means he doesn't have a beard or a mustache. He's quite good-looking. Good-looking means nice or pleasant to look at. Another word for good-looking is attractive. Now, let's take a look at Tommy. Tommy is a man with a large build. That's a polite way to say that someone is bigger than average. If you want to sound even softer, you can say he's on the larger side. Tommy doesn't have any hair on his head, so we can say he's bald. And he's got a beard, the facial hair on the lower part of the face. Now, let's continue with our Q&A practice. So, tell me, does Tommy have a medium build? No, Tommy doesn't have a medium build. Who has a medium build? Sean has a medium build. His body isn't too big or too thin. What about Tommy? What kind of build does Tommy have? Tommy has a large build. Is Tommy on the larger side? Yes, Tommy is on the larger side. He's bigger than average. What kind of facial hair does Tommy have? Does he have a mustache? No, he doesn't have a mustache. What kind of facial hair does Tommy have? Tommy has a beard. Is Tommy clean-shaven? No, Tommy isn't clean-shaven. He has a beard. What about Paul? Does Paul have a clean-shaven face? No, Paul doesn't have a clean-shaven face. He has a mustache. Who has a clean-shaven face? Sean has a clean-shaven face. He doesn't have any facial hair. Is Sean bald? No, Sean isn't bald. He has a lot of hair. Who is bald? Tommy is bald. He doesn't have any hair on his head. Is Paul a bald man? No, Paul isn't a bald man. His hairline is receding, but he still has hair. Is Paul good-looking? No, Paul isn't good-looking. He looks average. Who is a good-looking man? Sean is a good-looking man. He has a nice appearance. What about Tommy? Is Tommy attractive? No, Tommy isn't attractive. He's average-looking. Between the three men, who is the most attractive? Sean is the most attractive. He looks better than both Paul and Tommy. Okay, that was the last question for this part. Now, let's talk about a new group of people, starting with Rose. Rose is average height, not too short and not too tall. She has wavy brown hair. The word wavy comes from the word wave. So, just like small waves in the water, her hair has a soft wave to it. She has a birthmark on her face. A birthmark is a mark or spot you're born with. Now, let's begin our Q&A for Rose. So, tell me, is Rose a short woman? No, Rose isn't a short woman. How tall is she? She is average height. Is she medium height? Yes, she's medium height. In casual speech, average and medium mean the same thing. Is she a tall woman? No, she's not a tall woman. How tall is she? She's average height. What kind of build does she have? She has a medium build. We can also say she has an average build. What color is her hair? Is it black? No, it's not black. What color is her hair? Her hair is brown. She has brown hair. What about the texture of her hair? Does she have straight hair? No, she doesn't have straight hair. Straight means not bending or curving. And as you can see, Rose's hair isn't straight. It has a soft wave to it. What kind of hair does she have? She has wavy hair. Her hair has soft waves. Does she have wavy brown hair? Yes, she has wavy brown hair. What does she have on her face? Is it a scar? No, it's not a scar. What does she have on her face? She has a birthmark on her face. She's had that since she was born. Good job. Now, let's add 2 more people to the mix, Jill and Wendy. First, let's take a look at Jill. Jill has straight black hair, which means her hair doesn't curl or wave like the other woman's hair. She's shorter and smaller than average, so we can say she has a small build. Next, we have Wendy. Wendy has curly blonde hair. Curly hair means her hair makes small circles or spirals, like a spring. She has freckles on her face. Freckles are small spots caused by sun exposure, and they're quite common among people with very light skin. She also has a birthmark on her arm. Now, let's continue with our Q&A practice. So tell me, does Jill have curly hair? No, Jill doesn't have curly hair. What kind of hair does Jill have? Jill has straight hair. It's not wavy like Rose's or curly like Wendy's. Does Wendy have wavy hair? No, Wendy doesn't have wavy hair. It's Rose who has wavy hair. What kind of hair does Wendy have? Wendy has curly hair. Does Wendy have a scar on her arm? No, Wendy doesn't have a scar on her arm. What does Wendy have on her arm? Wendy has a birthmark on her arm. Is Wendy average height? No, Wendy isn't average height. She's taller than average. Who is average height? Rose is average height. Does Rose have a small build? No, Rose doesn't have a small build. She has a medium build. Who has a small build? Jill has a small build. She's shorter and smaller than average. What about Wendy? What kind of build does Wendy have? Wendy has a large build. Is Wendy on the larger side? Yes, Wendy is on the larger side. Look at Wendy's face. What is she wearing? She's wearing glasses. Does Wendy have small spots on her face? Yes, Wendy has small spots on her face. What are those spots called? Are they called birthmarks? No, they aren't called birthmarks. What are they called? They are called freckles. Does Rose have freckles? No, Rose doesn't have freckles. Who has freckles? Wendy has freckles. Okay, we're almost done. Let's finish our practice with simple questions about skin and hair color. Tell me, who has dark skin? Jill has dark skin. Who has light skin? Rose and Wendy have light skin. Light skin means any skin tone that's not brown or dark. So, even though Rose's skin is a bit darker than Wendy's, they both have light skin. Who has the lightest skin? Wendy has the lightest skin. Who has brown hair? Rose has brown hair. Who has blonde hair? Wendy has blonde hair. Blonde means a light yellow or golden color. Who has black hair? Jill has black hair. All right, that was the last question. You did a great job. If you really want to improve your fluency, repetition is very important. So, make sure to repeat this lesson until you can answer every question easily. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next lesson.